Okay, we're going to do the round table, as James mentioned. I'm going to introduce the 4 panelists that are going to come and join me in a moment. And once we do that, we will get into some questions. And once we get into those questions, we'll wrap that up. And please, I know some of you may have forgotten, I'm not sure, but please use that QR code to funnel as many questions to the panelists as you can. We got 4 wonderful people from different aspects of the design industry in different parts of Canada and the United States that are going to join us on stage here. And so without further ado, I will call them up one by one. And if you don't mind, as you come up, please sit here and fill up the chairs from your left to my right, to your right. Okay, I will start out with Abby Sladek. Abby Sladek is the founder and creative soul of Abby Joan Fine Living in Naples, Florida. Please come on out. Yes, of course, absolutely. And second, I'd like to call up Candice Rudd. Candice Rudd is the general manager at 239 Showroom in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Our very own. Yes, of course. And third, I'll call up Derek Whitaker. Derek Whitaker is the owner of Derek Whitaker Design in Lexington, Kentucky. Last but not least, we have Maxim Gutsutsov. Sorry, Maxim. It's Maxim Gutsutsov is a founding partner and president of German House Furniture and German Interiors out of Vancouver, BC. Welcome here. Please have a seat. All right, this is terrific. It's good to have you here. Welcome to the stage, to the round table. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go from your left to right, and we're going to ask a couple of questions of each of them. I'm going to give you a bit of a bio on each as we pass the mic along. And then again, at the tail end, you guys feel free to ask as many questions as you like. Okay, Abby. Abby's vision in creating this Naples, Florida-based firm was to organically grow a company that merged design vision, construction expertise while making clients feel comfortable, supported, and confident in the project ahead. Her background in construction management, product design, and hospitality gave her a unique set of tools to bring together a winning team of craftsmen, project managers, and a customer support staff. Awesome, Abby. Thank you. Okay, well then we'll get right to it. The first question that I have for Abby is, what inspires you? What inspires you in your business and in your design?
Well, I think I'm really inspired by improving people's lives. And whether I'm improving people's lives by us learning about them and creating the best homes for them, or by improving the lives of my employees, my subcontractors, over the years, I don't go to work for the money or for those things. It's about putting food on people's tables, making sure that people get to entertain their family, have spaces that they love to live in. So it's about improving people's lives.
Wow, that's wonderful. It's something that I think Decor can really relate to. I know Stan's sitting over there, and he's going to hear every word I speak today. But boy, improving people's lives, that's something we really can get behind 100%. Actually, you know what? You hold on to the mic. We're going to go through a couple of questions for you right out of the gates, and then we will pass that mic on down. Okay? Very good. As a designer/owner, what makes you choose Decor over its competitors?
That's a really easy one for me because we only carry one cabinetry line. I am a female general contractor, and years ago when I got into business, a lot of different companies came and talked to us, and we had tried a few different lines. But when I met Stan and I got involved with somebody who was vested in my success, constantly wanted me to improve, they were improving, and the people up here were amazing, and they always have stood behind me. And that was why it's the only cabinetry line that we have been able to grow with, learn with, and I felt so happy to be able to come. So I'm like the poster child, but it is why we're here, and it's why we love what we sell. So.
Awesome. Well, we could not, that feeling is very mutual. And so please, yes, then pass the mic down to Candace. Thank you very much, Abby. And Candace has been with over 18 years of experience helping clients create spaces they love. Candace enjoys working with new designers, helping them grow and become successful in the industry. Candace always has her eye on the latest design news and seeks out continuing education opportunities through industry engagement. Recently, Candace was asked to sit on the advisory committee for the residential decorating program at the Red River College located in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Candace is an NKBA certified master kitchen and bath designer, has earned an NKBA specialty badges in sales and marketing, floor plans, and cabinetry, and most recently was elected as the communications chair for the NKBA's Prairie Provinces chapter. Welcome here, Candace.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Candace, well, we'll get right into it. Why don't we talk a little bit about trends, and what are the key trends that you see and you enjoy?
There's two key trends that I noticed at KBIS this year that have kind of stuck with me and I've seen throughout the year. The first one is really the nature-inspired trend. We talked about it a little bit before this morning as well. So seeing a lot of kind of the very light woods, natural grains coming through. So like our loft stain, the new terrace stain, as well as the Vicenza oak from the Zona Vita line. We're seeing a lot of ask and use of those in our designs, as well as a lot of the green influences from the paint colors as well. So bringing the green elements in. We see that in floating shelves, on islands, or even whole kitchens. We've had a few all green kitchens this year. Most often, we see even 3 elements coming together with the wood, the green, and white cabinetry. So some very beautiful, calming spaces. The second one that I'm seeing a lot of product lines starting to offer is really sort of that rich sort of luxe look. They're really sort of restoration hardware inspired. So Cambria and Silestone both have lines that are just coming out that really integrate a lot of metallics into their stones. Our Bellworth Keeler cabinetry hardware has marble-inspired hardware, leather, crystal, and that all pairs very beautifully against some of the deep, rich finishes like the new Eclipse stain, wrought iron, and railings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And how do you best produce solutions for your customers?
So when I'm first meeting with a customer, I like to sit down and do a thorough needs assessment with them before getting into the showroom at all. So we'll go through and talk about what brings them to us, what the goals are for the project, to really get to the why of this project. So are they wanting to entertain more, but they don't have the space? Are they wanting to cook with their family, but there's only room for one cook in the kitchen? Those are really the things that we try to dig into first before getting out into the showroom. So then I have a strategy for when I start taking them through the showroom in order to relate all of the things that we're suggesting back to that why of the project. And that way they don't become overwhelmed with so many options and things that aren't going to meet those needs.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And just again, as you pass the mic over to Derek, don't forget to scan those QR codes and funnel through your questions. These guys are going to be eager to answer as many of them as possible, I'm sure. Derek, James Derek Whitaker has been a force in Kentucky's design industry since he graduated in 1994 from EKU with a degree in interior design and a minor in art. Derek's talent was immediately noticed by a top kitchen and bath design firm in Lexington, where he began as an intern. He remained at that firm for 26 years, creating an enviable following of loyal clients. In 2020, Derek founded D. Whitaker Designs, and he has never looked back. Derek's popularity derives from his incredible intuition and knack for creating the connection between his client and their lifestyle and the vision for their home. His appreciation for historical and modern, Deeply layered yet comfortable and functional spaces is impeccable. Derek and his husband, Ted, are the proud fathers of 6 amazing children. Welcome here, Derek.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Derek, what is the most satisfying part of being a designer?
Getting to spend time with people. Again, as we've heard earlier, the kitchen is the heart of the home. Everyone wants to be there. Whether it's a client that doesn't cook, who wants a beautiful space, or your family, but creating spaces that family gets to spend time in. I mean, that's very rewarding, I think.
Absolutely. What have you done lately that proved to be a positive change for your business?
Well, being on my own was a very good change. Partnering with Decor was amazing. It's a fabulous company. Looking back, I mean, just being on my own and being able to pick the jobs that I want to work with, being able to say no, and knowing that it's okay. You're not going to get along with every client, and that's okay. I've always been hard on myself, thinking I can work with everyone, every personality, and it's okay to say no, and just knowing that that's okay. Sometimes you're not going to be a great fit. It's okay.
All right. Sounds good. Maxim Gutsutsov. Maxim was born in the Ukraine, raised in Vancouver, and Maxim follows his passion for cooking and competition in the kitchen design world. Perennial winner of NKBA Kitchen Awards as well as Global Kitchen Awards, Maxim enjoys promoting the European lifestyle in Canada through eco-conscious choices of elite European design. Maxim, welcome here. Tell us how to sell that modern lifestyle. So before you maybe answer that question, a lot of us in this room, we'd sell both product lines. I think we can say we safely sell a Telora line and a Zona Vita line. And a lot of the people here probably would be Telora first and maybe entering some of that Zona Vita world for the first time, some of that modern product offering. How would you tell them to sell modern design?
With respect to my fellow panelists, I think you saved the toughest questions for last. So I'm going to give some convoluted answers in return. I would start by becoming interested in fashion. I would start to gain interest in art, and those specific two things I just became interested in the last 7 to 8 years. Before, art to me was, well, I don't get it. What is, I could do that, right? And then recently I've been becoming more and more involved in going to art galleries, for example, on my spare time, whether I'm in Seattle or whether I'm in Vancouver or whether I'm in Europe. That is one of my to-do things, usually after breakfast or after lunch. I would look at products, and I would look at architecture, and I would sort of try and pick out, design cues. Very simple lines, very basic self-questions on why was this product made? What does it serve? Does it serve any purpose or any function? If it doesn't, then it's art, because that's art's purpose is just be itself. Traveling to Europe. I mean, I have a goal to travel at least once a year. This year has been once, last year has been 3 times. Or any large American city. I'm a big fan of Chicago. I love to visit New York. Not live, but visit. LA, even though it's an interesting place, but I still like to visit there frequently. Stay at a hotel, stay at a designer hotel, the best hotel that you can stay at, because their design is evident, it's prevalent, especially boutique hotels. Eat at a Michelin star restaurant. Yes, it's expensive, but the reason why these places exist is they will give you They will give you ideas, not just on execution, but on these same lines that you may look for, in vehicle design or a pen design. And experience is a certain joie de vivre. Have a second beer. As Anthony Bourdain said, order a pizza at 11 o'clock. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Do something different every time you set your foot in an airport. Subsequently, your attention to detail will improve. Basic new designs will begin form and sort of shape your mind. And you'll be able to judge basic design that you haven't been able to do before. And that'll grow into, hopefully, an avant-garde taste for design and product. Lastly, the more time you spend traveling and shaping your lifestyle, the faster your mind will shape your modern design. You must stay open-minded, whether you're looking at a vintage, that's what they call in Germany, traditional design, a vintage design, or a modern or contemporary design. I love all things European and I love all things modern. Your first kitchen in the front, I actually really enjoyed that at the showroom. That was done very well, so great job. And last but not least, don't accept average. Demand the best for yourself and for your hard-earned money. We all work very hard to make a living, so your next appliance, your next vehicle, your next pair of shoes, take it a step up and see why, or if there is a reason that justifies that purchase or that investment in your own life, because hopefully that'll improve and gauge your process on future design. How's that for an answer?
Oh, that was all right. Thank you. No, thank you very much, Maxim. Thank you. Environmentally speaking, what would you say are some of the impacts on environmental modern design?
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Give you some time to ponder that.
Well, European standards are exceptional when it comes to environment and sort of keeping within the planet's resources and minding your own footprint in this world. It is tougher to to gauge that in North America and Asia, from what I've noticed. That in Germany, for example, that stems from putting people first and profit second. It also stems from childhood education, where one is taught to conserve the planet from basically kindergarten and be as efficient as possible with your daily footprint, whether you're going to a grocery store or whether you're putting diesel or gas in your vehicle. It's really about our health and how we can extend the joy of our life on this planet. Subsequently, all efforts are made at a manufacturer level for all of the interior supplies and furniture and kitchens and hardware to meet and exceed these very stringent emissions regulations. So I'll give you an example. There's a test in California called the CARB 2. I don't know if many of you know about that test. So that's an emissions test where the formaldehyde emissions that are emitted from wood particles need to be 0.1 parts per million. In Germany, there's an E1 test. Their base for emissions is 0.05, so double of the California CARB 2. The brand that we work with produces 0.01, so 5 times more than an E1 test. And I take that lesson and I insert it into my customer process, as you mentioned before, where you sit down with the consumer and you ask them, qualifying questions like, what are you looking for in a product? What are you looking for in a design? And I insert that seed and I plant that seed. And from that, hopefully grows a bigger understanding of what we're trying to do at German House, that it's not just about a product. It's about educating the consumer on everything you do in your daily life affects everything that's around you. Whether that's cooking, whether that's choosing a cabinet, or whether that's driving or walking, and whether that's buying, clothes that'll last you for 10 or 15 years and still look good. So there. That's a convoluted answer.
That's very good. That's a terrific answer. Thank you very much. Okay, well, listen, before that's the end of my official questions, but before we jump into questions from the audience, I want to ask one more, maybe of each of you, and since you have the microphone, we'll start with you, and then we'll work our way back this way. Maxim, I don't know if I can do this, Stan, but hopefully I'll ask for forgiveness, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. So if Decor could do something for you, so your designers, your managers, your business owners, on a grandiose level, what if Decor could do something for you, provide something for you? Off the top of your head, what would you say you would look to Decor to give you today if you could have it that we don't?
Website.
Website
is a business card in today's world. You text it to your clients, you airdrop links. If you have a killer website, it really lifts the brand to a different level, whether you are good at your job or not, which you obviously are. The obvious. Definitely a website, I would say.
Okay.
Very quickly, second thing is a lot of brands are now doing build your own kitchens online through their own software. So giving a consumer a little bit of wiggle room and then controlling that and turning that into a concrete lead that we can reach out to then and say, hey, your kitchen's not finished, let us help you finish that kitchen, and that'll turn into a walk-in client. Okay. It's difficult, but it's a fantastic way of a few appliance brands that do that in Germany. Okay. And last of all, you're already there, the fluted doors. I think I speak for a lot of people when they say your fluted doors have killed the showroom. Killed as an elevated the showroom concept.
So good, yeah,
elevated.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And I hope that, just some of the Decor staff that's kicking around here, if someone's just taking some more than just mental notes, this is a good time to break out a pen and a piece of paper. Or just, of course, the notes on your phone. Derek, how about you?
I think Decor does a really good job, so I'm very happy. But after seeing some of the doors yesterday at the showroom, I'd like to have those out in the next few months, maybe.
Sounds good.
But product development, probably instituting and coming out with things maybe quicker. Once they see a trend or we see a trend, maybe just getting that to market in a speedier time frame, perhaps.
Fair. Very good. Thank you. Candace. Oh, yeah, okay. This is Candace. She is Decor, so
I'm going to try not to get myself in any trouble here, right? I would have to agree with product development, getting what we are being asked for on the design side out faster. So again, very excited to see the fluted doors, the Gola integration, those sorts of things. As a designer and working with new designers that come into the company, I think a little bit more product knowledge and organization to where to find the product knowledge could be helpful as well.
Okay, wonderful. Good. Abby?
So we do a lot of concepting with our clients, and we do whole home remodels. And so we use Chief Architect. So for me, having a Chief Architect catalog would be so wonderful because we put cabinetry everywhere in the house, from their front entry to their kitchen, to their living room, in the bedrooms, in their bathrooms. So we love to walk them through their new house right away And if we had a full catalog of all of the things that are coming in, that would be a huge help in chief architect, because that is our world that we live in, and we feel like pictures are worth 1,000 words. So,
Okay, well, very good. Thank you very much. And you know what? I'll grab that mic for a moment here, and I'll just hold it down so you don't have to hold it. But thank you very much for joining us. Now, James is on his way to the stage, and I'm hoping that he's got a whole slew of questions.
I've got 2 that have come in already.
That
but
is 2.
There's room
Great.
for more.
Awesome.
So here,
Very good. Well, maybe I'll just.
I'll keep filling them in for you as they come in. So,
Wonderful.
One for Derek and one for Candace.
Okay, specific to individuals. Derek Whitaker. Derek, how do you say no to a client without offending them and burning that bridge?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
I've always considered myself a pleaser, to my own detriment with 6 kids and things like that. There's such little time left in the day. I get very involved with people. We go out, we do meetings at the house. And so I'm not saying no immediately, but just over the course of several meetings, depending on their budgets, their expectations, you just have to be honest with people and just say, you know, I don't think I'm a great fit because of a heavy job load, or maybe it's their time expectations, maybe it's their financial expectations, and just explain to them and be honest. And actually, the very first time I did that many years ago, I actually got a referral from that client who had said no to because she was unhappy with the resources that she went to. So I actually got a job off of that client, actually. So I just think you have to be honest and communicate properly.
Yeah, terrific. Absolutely. Okay, well, the mic does not have to travel far. Candace, do you have a specific set of questions you ask each client to help you understand their specific needs?
Yeah, we do have sort of a client questionnaire that I like to work through that kind of lays the foundation of the why of the project, who's involved, what any expectations around budget are, as well as it's somewhere that I can then document the accessories, the door style, the color, all of the pieces that come out of those conversations. I can log them somewhere that is easily accessible in the file. I can go back and reference without it just being scribbled notes on a piece of scrap paper sort of thing.
Wonderful. Great. Well, those are the 2 questions. I don't know if anything else has come in. One more? Question for everyone. Yes. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll start with you, Candace, since you're holding the microphone. Your most favorite piece of hardware / cabinet that Decor provides or that your clients love? Should I repeat the question? Your favorite piece of hardware / cabinet and or cabinet that Decor provides or that your clients love? And maybe that's a 2-part question. What is your favorite, personally, your favorite piece, and or what is something that's pretty common that your clients are really enjoying or liking?
Sure, yeah, I would probably have 2 answers. I've just recently bought my first Zona Vita cabinet. I'm putting the sliding single door cabinet in as a TV unit. So it's a nice 1-piece order, finished inside and out in melamine, and it's going to serve as my new entertainment unit. As far as in a client's kitchen, I really like to include where we can either a servo drive or a tip-on a trash can in order for them to have easy access when the hands are full or dirty.
Terrific. Thank you very much. And we'll start, maybe go ahead over to Abby.
So mine is easy because it's in my showroom and it's one of the first things that I love to go to, and that is the double silverware drawer. People love it. In my home, I love it, and I think that it shows people, and there's so many applications to it, but it shows people that you're already thinking about how they can organize their kitchens, and whether we use it in a bar or a kitchen or even in offices. We love that, so.
Wonderful, thank you.
I'm loving the Zona Vita product. I've been using it more and more. and was very excited to see a lot of it. But I think the lighting on the inside of the cabinets, I love that, and I see that growing and growing to be something that we use actually on every kitchen. So I think the interior lighting.
Okay, great. Now, so Maxim, I will just pre-qualify his response here. Maxim is one of our newest additions to the Decor family, German house, and has only been working with us for a few months now. And so, interested to hear possibly what you're going to say, because you haven't had a whole lot of experience with the product thus far. So,
Is it lunchtime yet? I saw Hava hardware pocket doors. I try to put them in every kitchen. They are expensive, but with modern lifestyle, we like to hide everything. So that'll be my choice.
very good. Thank you. And there's another question that came in, and okay, well, actually, there's another question, two questions that have come in. So I'll go with Maxim again, because you have the microphone. What advantage do you see from allowing clients to roughly draft their own kitchen, assuming Decor would add that to their website?
So that would be purely for data gathering. You're basically taking a lead that would not have otherwise come in through social media or your doors, and used for a conversion to get that client into the showroom. That's one advantage. That's the main goal, I would say. The second advantage would be you would be getting to know what the client actually wants, rather than having them describe it to you verbally. They're already putting that on paper or virtually. And that would be, I think, helpful.
Terrific, thank you. There's another panel question. What is each panel member's favorite or most popular door style and finish from the Decor line? Tricky, I know.
Carbon gray slab door.
Derek?
I was thinking. Actually, I still, in Kentucky, it's very traditional. We do a lot of white kitchens, But I really like the V175, and I've had a couple installs recently on the Rift Oak. So again, I see the natural woods, the grainy woods, but I really like the V175 door.
Thank you. Candace?
Yeah, I would echo the V175 and the MDF 875 slim shaker doors. Personally, I prefer the 1-inch that pairs between the painted style and the wood style, so I like to match them up in the 1-inch size.
Good, thank you. Abby?
We do mostly white and white with brushed finish. That is definitely our number one seller. And I have to laugh because I make my own names for all of the door styles that we have, because I only sell, I don't put it in the computer. I think we call it the two-step shaker, is the one that our clients love. It is a modern, clean look, but it still is a more transitional feel. My market is very transitional. It's always bright and sunny outside. We have started using a little bit more blue, and I love the blue rift cut, so.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Unless I'm missing something here, I think that is the end of the questions. So thank you very much for those of you who have asked those. Our time, I think, has come to a close. So Abby, Candace, Derek, and Maxim, thank you so much for being vulnerable and coming up here and putting up with me and some of my questions for the last little while. So let's give everybody here a huge round of applause. Thank you.